Welcome to the roaring world of chainsaws, where steel bites through timber and raw power rules the forest. From precision cuts to massive takedowns, this is the ultimate show of chainsaw domination. Subscribe now and feel the fury. Welcome to Tree Power Channel. The man leans in, neatly slicing the log into perfect portions, as if carving up a prized piece of prey. His eyes are sharp, unwavering, locked onto the cut line. The chainsaw snarls with rhythmic growls, a declaration of control, of dominance. Here, hesitation has no place. Each strike of the blade is powerful and intentional. The thick timber yields without resistance, splitting apart as if it had always meant to. Sawdust bursts into the air, and the rich scent of fresh resin fills the space. His every movement is instinctual, swift, efficient, as precise as a Swiss watch. He's fully equipped, protective goggles and earmuffs shielding him from flying debris and the metallic roar of his machine. Amidst the roar of engines and the scent of living wood, one man remains calm, the quiet master at the heart of the storm. A slender, straight tree, like a wooden arrow, stands tall in the forest. In a flash, the sharp chainsaw approaches, slicing through the air with a fierce screech. The man behind the blade moves with calm precision, every motion deliberate and practiced. The tree begins to tremble, then falls gracefully, surrendering to human control. Without delay, he steps forward and swiftly trims away the small branches jutting from its sides. Each cut is crisp, clean, and efficient. The result, a smooth, straight log, neatly prepared, ready for the next stage of processing. As if pre-measured and planned, the tree trunk is segmented with flawless precision. Each downward strike of the chainsaw delivers a perfect cut, guided by an invisible blueprint. One by one, log sections drop neatly to the ground, lined up with remarkable accuracy. Wood chips burst into the air with each stroke, like sparks flying from an aggressive assault. It's the roar of machinery, the force of steel slicing through aged timber. The chainsaw isn't just cutting, it's performing, showcasing the dominance of human skill and engineering over the raw power of nature. Giant old-growth trees, so massive it would take 2 or 3 adults linking arms to wrap around the trunk, can't simply be felled with a few cuts. First, they must be tamed from above. The lumberjack stands firmly inside an aerial bucket, lifted high by a crane into the dense canopy. Carefully, he trims heavy, thick branches using a roaring chainsaw. One by one, the massive limbs fall away, clearing the upper structure for the final confrontation. With a long, razor-sharp chainsaw, he approaches the main trunk. Each cut is deliberate and powerful. Then comes the crash, a thunderous boom as the ancient tree finally gives in. The trunk is then sectioned into massive rounds. Each log, thick and tall as a man, rests on the forest floor, a testament to precision, raw power, and fearless craftsmanship. An Oregon chainsaw, renowned for its durability and razor-sharp performance, is now in the hands of a skilled lumberjack approaching the massive tree with practiced precision. With steady hands and focused eyes, he moves in confidently. The chainsaw roars to life, its sharp blade biting deep into the wood without hesitation. Clean, calculated cuts follow in perfect rhythm. Within moments, the tree surrenders with a heavy crash. Once again, modern tools and human expertise combine to make tree felling quick, clean, and undeniably effective.
Go. Hallelujah.
In the heart of a snow-covered forest, where the cold bites through layers of clothing, the chainsaws never rest. A skilled felling team moves with silent precision. Each member knows their role, and with the help of advanced semi-automated saw systems, the process is streamlined. All it takes is a single push, a wedge driven in to mark the fall direction. The saw takes over from there, growling to life, digging into the trunk with relentless force, until the towering tree gives in and crashes down onto the snow-draped ground. A scene of frozen beauty and unstoppable power.
Rücken wieder raus. Ja. Da haben wir auch gehört zwischendrin. Ja. Hat immer so komische Sätze gemacht.
In the heart of the forest, the worker silently approaches the massive tree. The chainsaw roars, announcing a new battle. With precision and experience, he drives the sharp blade deep into the wood. Sawdust bursts like snowflakes, tracking the saw's advance. Within moments, the mighty trunk begins to tremble. And then, a thunderous crash, it falls, surrendering to the power of man and machine. The man seems to be testing his strength against the chainsaw, a battle between man and steel. The sharp blade roars, slicing the thick log into evenly sized sections, each cut clean and precise, like a master swordsman striking with intent. No wasted movement, no hesitation, only focus and practice skill. In rugged terrain, where heavy forestry machinery struggles to reach, the chainsaw becomes the ultimate solution. At a large timber harvesting site, the blade roars to life, approaching the towering tree with decisiveness. With just a few powerful cuts, the giant trunk falls, swiftly, cleanly, and with undeniable. The tree hesitates, as if waiting for one final push. Each hammer strike against the wedge speeds up the inevitable. And then, boom, the massive trunk collapses in an unstoppable moment of force. The arborist is secured tightly to the trunk, suspended high above the ground. Once steady, the chainsaw roars to life, growling like a mechanical beast closing in on its prey. With human strength and precision, the blade bites deep into the wood. Moments later, the treetop is released, falling freely, spinning and crashing, as gravity reclaims what was once defiant. It all happens in seconds, but every move is a result of careful planning and seasoned skill. Amid roaring flames, the massive tree burns like a giant torch in the forest. The sharp chainsaw roars back, tearing into the burning trunk with relentless force. Its blade bites into the fiery core, flinging ashes and sawdust like sparks. A massive tree stands tall in the forest. The worker approaches, gripping the chainsaw firmly. With just a few powerful cuts, the tree is brought down swiftly. The roar of the blade echoes through the woods. A performance of skill and strength. Two men, two chainsaws, working in perfect harmony. Each cut echoes with power. The log is split as if by the hands of masters. Every contact,